Hello there, everyone. Welcome back to Shonen Soup. I'm your host, Botox Media, and today we're going to be talking about Aliens Area, the new series from Tatsumi Tatsunami, running in Weekly Jump. We just got Chapter 1 released today, and I wanted to review it for you guys, kind of just talk about it, because I'm going to be honest, really good first impression from me. And here's the thing, I mean, I'm new to this whole reviewing weekly manga kind of, whole ordeal here, and I will say I kind of felt the same when I started reading Duran, and I felt the same way with Red Hood and Ayashimon, so maybe I'm easy to impress, but something about Aliens Area, man, really kind of just struck a chord with me. It feels unique. I did a video on this and Ruby Dragon, which starts next week, about a week ago, or a week or two ago, kind of laying out my hopes for both series. I mostly focused on Ruby Dragon. I wasn't too familiar with this author's work, so I didn't really talk about Aliens Area that much. However, I did say my one singular hope was that it wouldn't be set in modern day society on Earth. That's exactly what it is. They're in Tokyo. Stop. I'm just so tired. I'm tired, okay? I just want to see a series set in space, or a series set in a purely fictional world. Like, literally the first dialogue box felt like a meme to me specifically. You see Earth and it talks about Earth. I realize, by the way, I'm a complete idiot. I apologize to the mangaka here. Fusai Naba is the author of Aliens Area. I was reading the chapter title. The character's name, it's Tatsumi Tatsunami, which also I think is a really cool name. For a second there, I was like, wait, did he name himself after the main character? Or vice versa, you know what I mean? But no, the author is Fusai Naba, and the main character is Tatsumi Tatsunami, which I think is a really cool name for a main character. I'd say that sticks instantly. Same way that Dora did, and Maruo. But yeah, Aliens Area. So the plot here is that Tatsunami is a high schooler who his parents died in a terrible fire, house burning down incidents, and he's in high school and he has to work a job as a lowly dishwasher to take care of his two younger siblings. He has a younger sister and a super younger brother. So this character's entire drive, like, in the start, we're seeing him talk to his other classmates, and he actually works two jobs, I'm realizing now. he delivers a newspaper also. But so basically, people are saying, like, oh, you're going to university, right? And he's like, no, I have to keep working. I can't take time to go to university. So the entire thing is he's just working really hard to take care of his two very younger siblings. The age gap is really interesting because, I mean, he's a third year in high school. His younger siblings, I'm assuming the sister's like maybe 7 or 8, and then the younger brother's probably, like 6, because the fire that, took their parents' lives was 6 years ago, which apparently is going to play a huge role in this. And I can already see, like, the seeds being planted for, if this series does well, 5 years from now, we're going to get like a flashback explaining that really in detail, like who orchestrated the fire attack specifically as like a main villain, or maybe they'll do that sooner, who knows. But, he's talking about how, the little siblings are, like, arguing, kind of like, oh, you can't sit at the table with your new backpack. And he's talking about how he spent 30,000 yen on his little sister's backpack for school, which is ridiculous. And then, he goes to his job at a ramen shop where he burns his hand and he notices it heals, like, instantly. So he has super regenerative powers. And then that was the moment I was like, okay, I already can tell this is going to be pretty good. It definitely gave me vibes of just like, okay, the moment I saw that, I was like, okay, his main thing is going to be his hand, which we see later in the chapter. He just has a magical hand, basically, which is really cool. It allows them to do so much of the writing because we don't know the full limitations of that power yet. But yeah, he gets fired from his little ramen shop job. Does he get fired from the newspaper too? No, I think he's fine at the little newspaper place. But yeah, he just works super hard, goes to school, and takes care of his kids. And then he gets fired from the ramen shop job. He goes to see a doctor just to be like, okay, so what is this? And the doctor's like, maybe it's psychological. Are you working too hard, which is stupid because he has super regenerative healing. And then the second main character, our kind of partner in crime, I suppose, pops up, named Hajime Shiraku. He offers to take Tatsumi to kind of just question him and talk to him, see what's going on. He shows him a police badge, and then he says no, Tatsumi's not going to do that. But then later in the night, he probably should have done that, because he goes home. We get more of a flashback on his parents, or not his parents specifically, but just like the fire. How he's saying how he saw like a light that night when it all happened, and he thought, it was nothing. He thought the light was nothing because he was just a traumatized child. He thought it didn't really mean anything. But we find out it was aliens. And then, okay, this is one thing I'm not too sure on. So he goes back to enter his apartment, and there are aliens there. However, they're disguised as Earthlings. They look very unsettling. I don't know if I quite like the design, though. So we see an old man just kind of sitting there, and then there's a woman inside the apartment. And they have like bug eyes. They kind of have like bug eyes. They're just super like black bug eyes, which like I said, it's unsettling, which I think definitely is the point they're trying to convey. But I don't know, something feels a little off about them, which I guess, once again, is the point, I guess. But I don't know, I'm not in love with the designs of the aliens. However, like I said, they are definitely unsettling, which I guess is what they're going for. And once again, going back to what I said about not wanting this to take place in modern Japan or something, the aliens are just humans right now. I'm really hoping we get to see, like, I'm hoping this is them in like human bodies, and we get to see them truly like just alien. I want to see some cool Star Wars designs, man. I'm so tired of seeing humans. But yeah, we see is it a girl actually? Inside, it's just someone with long hair. But then we see the first instance of Tatsumi's hand kind of reacting to the alien energy that's around, because the female alien, or I guess just a long-haired alien, breaks a wall with their finger. So they're obviously super powerful beings. And then their whole thing is that they don't want Tatsumi to have these powers. They kind of came back to take the power back. They didn't mean for him to have this power. Worth noting, Tatsumi has a scar also on his forehead, which obviously is related. But yeah, his hand starts reacting to them just kind of being there, and it turns black. And then we have the other one explaining radio waves and electromagnetic waves interfere with each other because many forms of energy travel in three-dimensional space and in similar types of waves. Even an Earthling should be able to understand that. Your right hand spore condition is a result of interference from outer space energy. So his hand has been affected by outer space energy, which I have to say, probably the coolest thing about this chapter. I think the hand setup is awesome. Hand gate. I love this hand. What a cool power for a main character to have. Straight to the point. We learn everything in the first chapter, you know, all the basics that we need to know, and it just sets up so many possibilities because we don't know the limitations of this new hand power he has. We see later on the one, like, you know, chubbier guy goes to attack his little siblings, and he's like, okay, I'm not gonna make it in time, I have to go. So he punches, and he does a Luffy arm. He has a gum arm, you know. He extends it. So I can't imagine that's the extent of that power. So I'm really curious to see where they go with the different abilities that Tatsumi will actually have with his new alien outer space energy arm. And then, yeah, I'm looking at this panel right now of it is a girl. Once again with the bug eyes, she says "foul monkey" and like slaps him. Her hand gets like super big. Really unsettling character designs. I like it, but also I kind of don't. There's something off about him, but like I said, that is kind of the point. But yeah, Tatsumi's just kind of figuring out what's going on with his arm. It just looks cool, you know. Having a main character have his complete arm just turn black, you know, as some sort of power up. But yeah, he's like, how dare a MAGA from Earth do that to my kind, because he punched the other dude, so that's pretty cool. But then the alien boys show up and take down the other alien. Of course, is it Hajime from the police pops up and is just like, okay, we got this. He has like these rubber bands that like expand, and he's like, yeah, it's space tech, don't worry about it. And then more like FBI agents show up. And then they offer him an ultimatum. It's like, okay, you can forget everything you learned right now, or, you know, you can live your life normally. I wish they hadn't even offered that. I'm kind of tired. I'm reading Earthchild right now, so like to have another thing where it's like, oh, you can forget what just happened is a little weird and jump. But I guess it makes sense if we're dealing with space tech that they can wash away memories. But then, yeah, we see like the FBI agents or security bureau people doing it to like the random bystanders that heard the commotion, which is funny. He's like, they aren't aliens. Yeah, they're normies. I don't know, that's pretty good. But yeah, the Hajime, the security bureau aliens dude, offers Tatsumi a job as just for working with them with his new powers. And then it's a nice stable government job, which ties it back in with him just needing a good job. So first impression of the series, is pretty good. I think that there's so many ways they can go with this. They can have it be a pretty typical shonen battle manga with his alien hand and just fighting aliens, but also I think there's a lot of room for them to just develop this world, even though I know that was what I was negative about, it being set in Tokyo, Japan. Just have it really fleshed out in terms of like, okay, this is what aliens are in this world, this is what we're dealing with them, because at the end of the chapter, Hajime wants to have aliens and earthlings coexist, which is not the angle I was expecting at all. I don't think he's going to succeed in that. I'm pretty sure it's going to be humans versus aliens, but I guess the entire thing will probably end up being that Tatsumi also will want aliens to be kind of coexisting, even though right now he's hating them because they just attacked his little siblings. So yeah, Aliens area, really strong impressions, first glance, first chapter. I'm excited to see more. I just wanted to do this video, so now if it blows up in 5 years, I was here day one reading Aliens area. And I'll probably be doing the same thing with Ruri Dragon next week. If you enjoyed this review, let me know down in the comments below. I'm new to this whole manga review thing, so I know I'm a little all over the place here. I didn't even take notes. But yeah, let me know what you guys saw of the chapter down below. Did you like Aliens area based on the first chapter? I'm a pretty big fan so far. I like the characters, I like the powers, I like the setup, so they just need to execute it properly now. But yeah, of course, you can follow me on Twitter at BoTalksMedia. Check out my main channel, BoTalks Media, for video game stuff as well. Join my Discord, link to that is down below. We have a Weeb channel, so you can talk about Aliens area there if you want to. And until next time, guys, bye-bye.